Our second honorary life membership tonight is Melissa Porter Mason. Melissa is a lifelong advocate for the voice of children and youth and has deep ties to the Washburn University School of Law. Her father, James Porter, the class of 35, is a graduate, longtime Topeka. Her spouse of 35 years, being James Concannon, was one of Washburn Law's most storied faculty leaders, and together they hosted many dean's dinners for students in their home. Most recently, she, along with many of their treasured friends and colleagues, led the charge this year in achieving a historic milestone with the establishment of the James Concannon Deanship here at the School of Law. Well, I mean, all of us know, Jim Concannon was part of the family of this law school for many years, but there was somebody that was by his side every step of the way, and all of those things, supporting him, encouraging him, supporting the students that were there, and that was Melissa. And so I don't think we can even calculate the impact that she's had, along with Jim, throughout all those years. And certainly we're thrilled to be able to recognize her tonight with this honorary life membership in Washburn Law School. Melissa, please come forward.
Hello, everybody. I want to thank Lucky, first of all, and also for our years serving together in the Topeka Honorary. And President Julie, thank you for always encouraging me to speak from the heart. I put extra tissues down underneath there. So, they always do. I first of all, I also want to thank Drew for all the last minute arrangements that she's had to do with this whole event. So thank you, Drew. I don't know where she is, but she's been awesome. I want to first of all warm congratulations to all the honorees. How proud I am to join you all as a life member of the Washburn Law School Alumni Association. I admit how very difficult it has been for me to accept this award. There we go. Since my career has been influenced by so many great Washburn people and civic leaders. People who know me know how I avoid being in the spotlight, symbolized perhaps by never wanting my picture taken. Warm thanks to wonderful friends and family for being here, supportive as always. My two kindergarten friends being here, two brand new friends and colleagues, some of whom insisted on being here. And a special shout out to my grandson Paul for being my +1 this evening. By all of your being here, you show appreciation for the impact of Washburn University School of Law in education, trust, and action on behalf of our constitutional democracy. If you'll accept a Concannon reference, the evidence of your involvement is in the book. Available on Amazon and I saw this honor as an opportunity to look back and see how the law school lawyers and law-related people have been responsible for, and even share in any success in my career. I found way too many examples to mention, but please come along with me for a few. Both law school and the theme of education began with my parents. Bowman and Jim Porter, my dad, class of 35. In fact, I first learned about the law school at the kitchen table when I was 6 years old. My dad came home talking about class. And I said, "Daddy, you don't go to school." I quickly learned and was so proud to learn that my dad was a teacher, an adjunct professor at Washburn Law. My mom was a longtime civic volunteer. I grew up with a father who was counsel for Topeka School Board from 1955 to 75. He served many years as state senator and was president of the Chamber of Commerce at one point. It's a significant point, by the way. It was when President Kennedy died, and boy did I learn at that experience with him. But mentioning the Chamber of Commerce, longtime exec Marcia Sheehan is here this evening, and her spouse Bill, a Washburn Law grad. She was responsible for the decade that might be my most favorite career decade. She asked me to be her lead volunteer and co-facilitate Leadership Greater Topeka, and I know there's some alums in this room. Washburn lawyer Carol W. McDowell, who, along with Rosemary Vinegar, asked me to lead and create the Topeka Youth Project. There's some people here that were part of that. One of the nationally recognized programs was the Topeka Youth Council's Teens Are Concerned About Suicide Prevention. If only that comprehensive youth-led model would have been incorporated into lasting systems change. Supreme Court Justice Chief Bob Miller, KU Law, encouraged me in the expansion of statewide CASA programs, court-appointed special advocates. And I see Chief Judge Marla Luker is here, whom I've known, we've been friends since Kids Vote in Kansas days. Governor Bill Graves, then Secretary of State, asked me to start Kids Vote in Kansas, Kids Voting USA, and said if I didn't accept, Kansas would not be a pilot program. That's when I dug into the research of how and when children and youth experience civic engagement. It impacts their lives to become lifelong involved voters, which continues my passion today. Senator Bob Dole was an advisor and honorary board member of Kids Vote in Kansas. Full circle. He mentioned several times that my dad, Jim Porter, was one of his most impactful law school professors way back when. Getting to know the senator over time was a joy, perhaps a perk of matrimony, since my spouse was honored to be the Senator Robert J. Dole, Distinguished Professor of Law. And now I'm going to try for my most heartfelt experience, full of pride, humor, fun, and love. My 35 years of marriage to a former professor in Egypt. Life was ever moving forward in relationships with law school faculty, staff, their families, law students, and a multitude of alums. Perhaps the most adventuresome was being part of Jim's association with national and international organizations, especially the National Conference of Uniform State Flags. Some of you can imagine Jim headed the style committee. I also might talk about some of the dean's dinners when people came out to our house that was auctioned at the student bar thing. And there's some people here that were at those dinners at our house, and I won't tell any stories about that. all of my experiences, all of these have deepened my career focus in democracy, civics, and law-related education. In closing, true to myself, I can't help but make a request. This election year and beyond, please seek greater opportunity to thoughtfully engage your children and youth, to really listen to their voices, and to assure them we're all together with them in this great American experiment, which is embodied and emboldened in our U.S. Bill of Rights and our constitutional democracy. Thank you.